Welcome to another episode of Random Ish with Sandra. What's happening? How you doing? It's crack-a-lagging. How you feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm happy the hole in my ceiling finally got fixed. Thank you. You saw the face with that one, right? Yeah, okay, anyways. More of my crazy stuff that the revelations and all of that good stuff. In the streets for the topic today. Yeah, because something that I read made me think, And I wondered if I was the only person feeling that way. So I went and asked a couple of people. And they were not afraid to get on camera. Yay! So that's always good. We've got the random question. I'll be coming up. And, I'll be talking about the little stories that caught my eye. But of course, because every time I'm recording, it's always like an obstacle. The handyman who came to come and fix my ceiling is also finally fixing a fan that's outside. So we'll be... When you see a lot of choppiness, it's because we got to stop because, he's zazzawing right now. And his tool is charging. Wait here. His tool is charging. Wait. In the house. All right? Okay? Because we cool like that. All right? So. We'll be right back. And we're back. Okay, so once again, learning the lesson. Sanjay, you gotta just, you gotta open the mouth, and sometimes it's okay to not just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, something that I picked up on the other day, I'm feeling the hair, getting a lot of compliments on the hair, because I'm going au natural. By the way, aren't you loving the fact that so many women right now are wearing and rocking their natural crowns? It's I'm everywhere you go right now, you are seeing all of the curly hair girls uniting. What? It's the curly girl squad. What's up? Anyway, so I saw the little Instagram. It was this chick, long hair, right, and it was getting chopped off, and everybody was like, "What? Why is she doing that? She trimmed too much." And I was remembering when I was a young girl and I would go to the salon, I would be so upset when I'd be like, "Okay," mom would be like, "You need to get a trim," and you'd see all this hair on the floor. Right? And they would constantly be telling me, fucking hairdressers always giving you life lessons, right? You gotta trim the ends in order for the hair to grow. What? No! Do you know how long it takes for my hair to grow? And it's the truth, right? So it made me think of how many other things are we holding on to that we need to let go of so that we can grow? I'm literally wondering this right now, going through there's mental checklists in life right now that I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to be? You take a step forward. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's not it. All right. Okay. Okay. Keep doing this. Okay. Literally that's what I'm doing. I'm playing games with the universe, with the energy right now. Seeing what things need to you got to let go of some things in order to gain. And, don't be so scared. This morning, like today, the tide was out, and I was very, very excited. And I was like, I want to walk in front of the pier. But I've always, in my mind, even though I'm on top of the pier, I look at the damn thing, I can see on the days that it's like that, I can see the sand right there. But in my mind, when I get in front of it, I'm like, but what if it dips really low, and then the water comes, yeah. It's a little bit of an irrational fear, right? But it does stop me from going in front of the pier. Today, what was so interesting, this whole reason why we're talking about this whole letting go shit, right? I was taking my little walk, and I was like, oh, I want to go underneath the pier this time, right? So I did, but I kind of cheated, and I went instead of going on the far end, I kind of went halfway. And I was proud of myself for doing that. I was like, okay, bitch, okay. Right? Okay. It wasn't bad. It did dip a little bit low, but then the sandbar, came up, and I was like, all right. On my way back, I didn't even mean to. I was looking at this school of fish, and I was so fascinated by this school of fish that seemed to be swimming as I was walking, and and I was like, oh, having a little fun time with the fish in the ocean. And as I did, I realized I literally walked right in front of the freaking pier, and I was like, oh my God. I'm just mad that it's early morning. I got my 2 braid hair, so it's not even cute hair. So I might not even post this shit, but I've always wanted to walk in front of the pier. And these are the things that we write about, right? How many things that you can get through by having fun and not necessarily paying attention, right? By like rocking the energy of having fun and doing the things that you enjoy, you often can find yourself doing things that you never thought you'd be able to freaking do. But you're just following your bliss, and look at you. Now you're walking in front of the freaking pier and found out that no, it does not dip. It does stay pretty even. So yeah, that made me happy. I was like, oh shit. Go Saja. Anyways, so and some stories that caught my eye today. You guys know that the FDA just regulated Pfizer, right? It's just getting real. I told you, listen, this is why I went and got my first one, because I was like, I am not about to be forced into anything. So I'm just saying, for all of us who are like, I like to live my own life and to create my ish, like just keeping it real. And this is, I am 100% for you to do your research. But I will say this, don't forget that when we had to go to school, everybody had to get vaccinations, right? Like, so it's not like vaccinations are new. And everybody's, I think, kind of freaking out about, you know, the whole, they're injecting you with COVID. No, the other vaccines are where they're using the dead virus. This is, you know, different. It's a blueprint. And again, for the conspiracy theories. For the conspiracy theorists, I ain't gonna lie, shit's real. The way that they're handling it, they're not helping. Y'all ain't helping. I need y'all to watch some of the movies that you guys allowed to get produced, and then come back and understand why it is some people are freaking the fuck out, okay? All right? Because you're the ones who let the movies come out, all right, and made all this money. All right, and you know, I know you guys got friends that are cool and have told you that we believe. Y'all tell us in the movies about a good 10, 15 years before the shit plays out in real life, right? Okay, all right, iRobot, what is it, Enemy of the State, you know what I'm saying? So, y'all need to, it's real. There's a lot of people who are like, you know, there's a lot of people who are scared, there's a lot of people who have lost their lives, and you guys need to handle this shit just a little bit better. I'm just saying. It's your own damn fault putting out those damn movies. All I'm saying. Anyways, on the other spectrum, living longer, I just saw a nice little report from a guy who's a longevity researcher. I thought that was pretty cool. I would like to do that, right? Says make sure that you go and get checkups. Okay, give you some things to do to make sure that we live a little bit longer, live a little better, right? Because it's all about the quality of life and quantity, as far as I'm concerned. Because I'm still enjoying this bitch. So, food over medicine. Eat the light, guys. Right? Eat the light. I am not a vegetarian. I did that. I went the whole vegetarian route when I was a trainer and was lacking B12. Yeah, and was like, they were like, you gotta take B12 shots or take it up your nose, and I was like, yep, nope. And so luckily I was able to like do the dissolving, but I had to do a very, very large dose. So yeah, I'm just saying, you know, eat a little bit of meat. Yeah. Move, bitch. Make sure that you exercise. They said even walking counts. So even though sometimes your trainer will be like, because I know I used to say that too, walking does not count. Walking is not good enough. Apparently, yes, it is. So you can just walk if you'd like to. Eat early. Right now, everything is going around the internet about the intermittent fasting. Did I just say that right? I didn't even say that right. That's all right, though. You know what I meant. Eat early and make sure that you're getting a lot of sleep, because it is everything. And also, as far as sleep, as far as manifesting is concerned, the reason why sleep is important, because not because it's like giving your body, you know, like the rest that it needs, but it's giving it the rest that it needs, because now you're not thinking fucked up. You're sleeping, unless of course you're having nightmares. And if you're having nightmares, it's because you think really kind of fucked up in the middle of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's a little manifesting tip too. Good sleep. If you do have issues with like thinking positive throughout the day, you know, sleeping is good for you. Something else that is good for you. Foxwoods is going to be okay. So they're just in talks. They're just in talks. But Foxwoods will be adding possibly a 25,000 square foot cannabis dispensary next spring. I know. Are you kidding me? Yeah, and I also read that in with all of this legality of the Mary Jane that's happening, cities with more than 50,000 people, guess what? They have to designate a park, a smoking area, a pot smoking area. They have to come up with it. No joke. Yep. Do you hear him again? Yeah. Asked him for 20 minutes, and then there he goes. He said, you get 10. He was like, you get 10 minutes, and then I got to start sewing again. You know what I mean? Anyways. Oh, there he goes. All right. So, please don't smoke in the park, in the regular park, okay? Don't be going to the regular park and thinking that now we can go to the regular park and smoke. Don't do that because you're going to get a ticket. But if it's a city or town with 50,000 people or more, they actually have to designate a pot smoking park.
Connecticut's 169 cities and towns, there are about 20 of them that fall within that category of having a population of 50,000 or more, and they are the ones that are going to need to have those designated pot smoking areas. Now, all of this going into effect beginning tomorrow. Connecticut adults 21 and older can have up to 1.5 ounces.
It's up to the little city government to do so, but I'm just saying, I think that is definitely a reason why you want to be writing your city hall and asking them to, hey, can we zone a little park with like nice, right? There should be like little, what would be perfect at a little pot smoking park? There should be a little water slide. Well, maybe not, like little sprinklers and stuff, right? The seesaw so you can play. They need to have the merry-go-round. They need to have the little spin thing. Listen, I'm just saying, that is how people will be getting their exercise in too, right? You need to make a big kid park. Seriously. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't want to play. We want to play too, right? Because that's what they be doing in the middle of the night. They be sneaking to the park. That's why you find the blunts. I do not do this. I used to when I was younger. You go to the park and you find the fucking blunts at the damn kids park in the morning. You build a pot park and there you go. And you have the little recycling bin. Oh man, listen, I'm giving you guys some ideas right here. Right? No, I love that. You hold a little benefit, everybody will come out and support that. Something else I think people are going to be supporting, Doja Cat is hosting the MTV VMAs this year. Congratulations. I like her. She's type different. We like the type different, right? Somebody else who's type different. What the hell? Did you guys see this guy, the hotel guy? He's sparking a debate. I think I might have to, maybe, I'm saying it and then watch my ass not even go do it. But I feel like this could be something that I could ask people about. How do you leave hotel rooms? Are you someone who cleans up the hotel room? Or do you leave it just as is? Are you party like a rock star, fuck the whole place up and that's what they get paid to do. Did you see this guy? So yeah, he strips the whole bed. He does everything. I don't know. I feel like maybe he does that because he's like, I want to make sure that they actually clean the room. Or is he doing some dirty stuff in there? I don't know. But I definitely feel like there's a reason that he's doing all of that. Speaking of reasons that they're doing all of that, did you see this as well? Rick Ross or Rick Rose is talking about Drake and Ye. Okay, listen. I like them both. We all know that I love some Kanye, all right? Okay, and everybody's talking smack. When I was on the morning show, dude was talking smack. He's like, where's the album? Where's the fucking album? Where's the album? And maybe people are thinking that it's a little bit of a ploy, but here's his take.
That's happening with them right now on Instagram and going back and forth.
I love it. I spoke with Drake last night. I love it.
Yeah.
Right. I love it. And when we spoke, after we got off the phone, he sent me a text and it was so powerful. He said, everything is unfolding. I'm about to be as free as a bird. And he put the caption with the owl. And I couldn't do nothing but put ha, 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 ha. Because to me, I understand the genius to both of these artists, and I understand this is nothing personal to them. This is them, two levels of creativity, inspiring each other, because they both are up right now thinking of the artwork, thinking of the credits. Where do we place? What color is this? And to me, it only makes the game that much more genius, that much more valuable. Watching Kanye doing listening events in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You know what that is for a Black artist? It wasn't many years ago they wouldn't even let a Black man into those type of arenas. And now just to present my LP to some of my most valuable fans, we just gonna listen. I'm not gonna say one word. It was. I
never thought hip hop would take it that far.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, that really it's making them both better, but they do need to drop the album. Stop playing and drop the damn album. I'm telling you, I'm really beginning to feel like what's going to happen is we're going to hear a song with these motherfuckers on the same song. Just saying. And it'll be on both of their albums. One version on this one, another version on this one. Just saying. Talking about overcoming obstacles and overcoming beefs and ish. Yo, that actually would be kind of dope, wouldn't it? No, it kind of would be. No, it would be kind of dope. No, it would be kind of dope. Yeah, no, it would be kind of dope. They need to bring the asses back together again. Yeah. No, they actually kind of do. Anyway, so before we get into our topic that I felt like we needed to discuss, I figured that we would get into the new segment that I was telling you about, the nerd in me. So I just read that there is an asteroid. Oh my God, the glasses are like totally messing up the eyelashes. Okay. So I just read that there's an asteroid that is getting ready to fly right past Earth, closer than the moon, y'all. Closer than the moon. And it's getting ready to happen in September, the beginning part of this September, like it's getting ready to happen. What I'm not feeling, the size of this damn thing is, so it's standing at 137 meters in diameter. It's making it larger than American football and taller than the Statue of Liberty. We're not really feeling that. So it's saying that despite the close distance, it doesn't seem likely that 2010 RJ53 or 2021 PT will impact the Earth. NASA has already declared the planet free of any risk of an asteroid impact for the next century. So we don't have to worry about that. But just in case you were reading all those other articles, you don't have to worry about the asteroid actually hitting Earth. Because I saw another one. Did you see the other article talking about that they're going to have to bump the asteroid in order so it doesn't hit the... What the... Oh, okay, anyway. So... The nerd in me has just read the article that says that there are no asteroids that are headed to hit Earth within the next century. And that is the nerd in me. Okay, so I was thinking about Miss Demi Lovato and realizing that I'm loving how we have the abilities to be free and everybody is able to rock, their beliefs and do their thing. My question is sometimes with the labels, because see how I'm afraid to say like the wrong thing? I feel like sometimes that actually is now putting a little bit of a distance with us. And I just wanted to know if other people were also feeling the same way, or am I just like being too kumbaya and thinking that maybe if again we go for the individual rights, therefore everybody is covered? Because when I meet you on the street, right, like I don't care what you do. I have no question or wondering if you are gay, straight, lesbian, trans. That doesn't matter to me. What I'm more concerned with, are you going to be nice or are you rude? That's more what I'm concerned about. You know what I mean? And I feel like that when we're in our everyday actions with each other, that's really what we're more concerned about is, are you a nice person or not? And then all of those other things come into play, like once you actually get to know somebody, then, there are very judgmental ding-dongs who, don't want to now be friends with you because you XYZ or BCD. Yeah, because there's a lot of different things that you could do that people be like, I ain't fucking with you. Cancel what? You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to get out into the streets and find out from some people, what do they think about labels? Are labels, because like, for instance, I like to be called Dee Dee. Why? Because when I think of the other word that I don't even like to say, why? Because it puts these pictures in my mind. And sometimes I wonder, actually, it's not even that I wonder, okay? Because, like, again, manifesting tip. When you have these images that are projected into you and then we've assigned meanings to different words, right? Everybody does. And everybody has their own meanings to certain words, right? We've all been able to do that where, especially that's where the slang comes from, where you take words and you assign a meaning to it, right? Okay. So the thing about that, though, is it puts pictures in your mind and then you begin to live up to those pictures. So it's fucked up. Like somebody, if you're growing up as a kid and somebody says you're not going to be shit, and you hear that, depending on what you do with that vibration, either you hear it and you absorb it as truth, or it motivates you and you're like, the fuck, you know what I mean? And you go off and like become a superstar or something like that, or just become a happy person living your own life because you are not going to let anybody tell you what it is that you're going to do. I'm definitely, what? Oh my gosh, stereotypes, all that kind of stuff. I hate that stuff. So anyway, so I think the labels are, important, but at the same time, I just, would think that it would cover all of it if we did more of an individual thing. So I decided to go and ask a couple of people while I was hanging out the other day. So here's a question, guys. The labels that we're coming up with now, do we really need them? Are they helping us, or can we just be a family of individuals on Earth?
Family individuals.
Yeah.
Right?
We don't need them.
Right? It just is it leading to a little bit of confusion?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't seem like, do you guys ever feel like you're disrespectful if you're not aware of the correct labels and the correct pronunciation, like the pronouns and everything like that?
It gets confusing.
It gets a little confusing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one. All right, so that's another vote for let's just be a family of individuals. Thanks, guys. Okay, so, I'm out in the streets getting some real people's opinions, and we're talking labels, and I just want to know, is it important to have the labels for us humans? Like, are labels important, or should we just say we're all like individuals? Hey, girl.
So, like, I feel like labels is definitely important. Like, when it comes to fashion and things like that, I'm not really into all the label things like that. Like, yes, I like a nice Gucci bag and things like that, but I also like a nice bag that cost me $8. So when it's like with the clothes and materialistic things, labels are not really important to me, because I'll get a cheap bag for $8 that looks good, and I'll also get an $800 bag if I want it, because I work hard for those kind of things. But when it comes to like relationships and life, labels are very important because it's a respect thing. Like, what people label you as, that's how they see you as, and it's very important to look into like how you're being labeled and how you're being seen out in the world. If people think you're a shitty person, they're going to treat you like a shitty person because you're labeled as a shitty person. So I feel like your word is your bond. So keep your word so people can feel like you're real and you can get genuine things.
Right? So the labels that we're doing right now, especially with our genders and relationships, like people who are straight, if you're bi, if you're, because I don't want to get everything wrong. So
with with the whole lesbian, gay, LGBTQ or however community, be upfront, be yourself, but at the same time, like, know what you're going for. I feel like so many people are all over the place. Like, stand for something or fall for anything.
Ooh, so labels and titles are kind of important right now because it is the way that we are able to communicate and kind of just know where it is that you stand, right? He said, yes, girl.
You got something to say?
He has something to say too, yeah?
What you got to say?
What you got to say? Are labels important? Do we need the labels?
Yes? No?
What do you think?
What do you think?
Yes. Okay, then there you go. We have it. Labels are important. Thanks, guys. Asking the people who are relaxing and chilling. Hey there, Miss Thing. How you doing? So I've got a question. I'm just really curious. You know, right now, Demi Lovato, you know who she is, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she is going through a time period where she's understanding she wants to be labeled as they. A lot of, I would say, things that used to be swept underneath the rug are now coming to the surface right now, and one of the things that we're talking about a lot are the labels of people, how people are identifying, how people are, whether that be sexuality, whether that be what their gender is, whether they want to be married, single, what type of relationship they're in. What do you think about labels?
I think that if somebody introduces themselves with like a certain label, it takes away the chance of like a person that they don't know to really have their own opinion on this specific person. And even though opinions are none of that individual's business, I feel like having a label, it's just too almost like proper in a sense. Like you meet a woman and you're like automatically like Mrs. and it's like, well, how do you know I'm married?
Right.
You know, just because she's like an older woman or whatever. So I think that maybe everybody should get to know everyone individually, like as their own person and not as like a label, just like as a human being.
Right.
Whether the person is he, she, they, man, trans, whatever. That just shouldn't matter. I think that labels just shouldn't exist. I think that it's just almost like I love you as a person. I love who you are. I met you and you're freaking awesome. And that's it.
Right.
And I don't think labels should really exist.
My sexuality or how I identify, that really doesn't matter.
Business.
Right.
I think it's more so like how to like address you. Like it's like, hey girl, let's go in the water.
Right.
Like, you know, like that kind of thing. But it's like, I don't think anybody should ever take offense to it. If I think that you look like a girl and you identify as a man, like it's none of my business. And if I ever was like, say, hey girl, like what's up? And it's like, you're a guy. It's like, I'm sorry for the disrespect, but just like,
you didn't mean it.
No disrespect. It's just like a quick like little like, you know,
especially when it's somebody that you don't know. Now I guess I could kind of understand that if it was like somebody that you consider your best friend or somebody that you're always around. But I think it's true, because unless you're with the labels, unless you're literally walking around with a name tag, what you do and how you identify, I don't.
And I can't guess, you know, I shouldn't have to. Like I shouldn't even have to be put in that position. You shouldn't have to feel uncomfortable because of what I think that you are. It just shouldn't matter.
Right. We're all individual family members.
We are all humans and we are all one.
I love it. Thank you. Well, it looks like I think we got a little bit of time left for a random question. So let's see here. I got a few left. Let's see what's going on here. What we got? Okay, so situation season is approaching. Rules to the game. Actually, yeah, situationship cuffing season is getting ready to. Okay, so it depends on what it is that you're looking for. You know, I have a friend of mine. I feel like she definitely did something that I think that women, sometimes if you do too soon, it can like ruin things. But at the same time, sometimes you want to do it as soon as possible because you want a person to like know what's going on. You know, I'm not about that free love, dude, you know. So since situation and cuffing season is approaching, I think that you ladies and guys, I think that it's important for us to be honest and like say what it is that we're really wanting. And if you don't know what the fuck you want, then you kind of need to say, I don't know what the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying? And just be open. Like, I'm just open right now. Like right now, I'm just open right now. I'm just open, right? Because every time I'd be like, well, this is, and then I'd be like, well, this, and then so that just means, you know, you kind of just gotta like pause and just like be open, right? So when you're getting ready to cuff and situationship, I'm telling you, you know it's coming, right? It's the end of summer, all right? It's getting ready to get cold outside in a little bit. It's gonna be rainy season and all of that good stuff. So ladies, especially ladies, just know what it is that you're getting into before you decide to, fall in love and go head over heels. You know what I'm saying? But for those of you who have met over the summer, and y'all already been hanging out all summer, and things are still going strong, girl. For you, I say go balls to the wall. Go all out. Do you, boo. Have fun. You know what I'm saying? Take it to the next level because it's finna get warm. It's finna get cold outside. So, you're going to have all of those great nights together. And you might as well see what happens because life is short. We got asteroids that are, orbiting. They say they're not going to hit us. No, they're not going to hit us. I don't want to be one of those people. But I'm just saying, we got lots of things that are going on showing that you might as well be living your life while you're here, boo-boo. It's all about the quality, right, and the quantity. So do what you got to do to live long, and do what you got to do to enjoy your cuffing season and situation season that's getting ready to come on up. I'm going to get on out of here. Make sure that you check out the books. I know. Listen, look. Aren't you excited? I actually remembered to promote it. Manifest Beauty, they're on Amazon, Goodreads, and of course on the online shop, shopmanifestbeauty.com. See ya. Thanks for watching. Have you manifested that car? Did you get the job? Did you lose the weight? Did you also leave that abusive relationship? Yet you still feel anxious and unhappy? Don't really know why? After all, you're tapping in. You're manifesting. You've got things coming to you. Why aren't you happy? What if I could help you flip the switch of understanding on what truly manifesting is instead of motivating yourself to create your life? Once you understand this, it really is going to get very fun for you, much easier to get over things. Also, you're going to be in a higher vibration, so a lot of the crap is not going to be coming to you. But when it does, and if it does, you're going to handle it completely different than how you ever have before. I'm talking about manifesting beauty. It is tapping into the energy, using the chaos as a catalyst to what you want. There's a couple of books out there, and I just want to help you by telling the stories of how I picked up on it and how you can pick up on it and start applying it to your life. Not list writing, not rules, not affirmations, none of that. I mean, those things are great, but this is really day-to-day, real life, second-to-second, moment-to-moment, co-creating with the universe. Manifest Beauty books, written by me, Sonja Denise, Sonjadenise. Once you get a hold of this, I promise your life will be changed for the better forever.